to show two traditional moves that is applied in actual combat. Okay, so the first technique will be the Kim Chiu. Kim, raise up, down. Okay, so this is the technique. The full combinations will be Kim, Jing. Jing is Hokkien for punch. Okay, so Kim, Jing. Okay, Kim, Jing. So Kim, Jing. Okay, so again, okay, so do it together. Bam. Do it together. Then we can drop the head. Down. Bam. Second technique will be Kim. Okay, Kim, Sun Kim. Down. Okay, so how do we use it? It's the same thing. This way. Okay. Kim. So up, down, drop the guy. Okay. So these are the two techniques from Taichokun that can be applied in actual combat.
Taichokun is born out of combat. First it started out from the emperor's soldiers, and then the royalty that trains it, and then finally reached the villages, where villagers use this martial art to defend themselves from bandits, from pirates, and from other villagers as well. For 1,000 years, it's been going on like this for combat. Right now, in our current days, we are no longer in an age that we have to fight every single day to defend ourselves with our fists, with weapons, right, in close combat. But the most important and what keeps us relevant in today's society is the self-discipline and the mental training that we have from doing this martial art. Okay, Taichokun is a martial art that has been around for 1,000 years, since the first emperor of Song Dynasty, Zhao Kuan-yin. Right? Over the 1,000 years, different masters, they add on their knowledge and experience into the martial art. And then when it reached our generation, we are kind of facing a decline. What I wanted to do now will be to return Taichokun back to tradition. By tradition, I do not mean like unchanging, date. I mean a tradition that is alive. We started out from combat. I want to bring that back. We want to be practical, we want to be useful, based on the experiences of our ancestors. If you look at our forms, right, very small details shows the combat effectiveness of the martial art. But the sad thing is that a lot of people who train in Taichokun actually do not follow it. When they look at the form, they think that it's useless. But when you look at the form, it's actually a collection of the wisdom from 1,000 years, maybe. Taichokun is made out of 5 calls. Okay, so the first will be your Kipun. Kipun is your basics. Okay, how you punch, how you kick, just like basics. Normal punches, different techniques. And then second will be your conditioning, your fitness and conditioning. So we go for like strengthening of your limbs, we go for your strength training. So this is very important in martial arts. And then the third, then we go into the forms, we call Gunto. Gunto will be like the set forms that we see, that most of us did, like martial arts like kata, like punsei. Okay, so we call it Gunto in our forms. For this Gunto to be useful, you need the fourth, which is Duilian. Duilian is when you break up the forms, the techniques, and then we train it this way. And finally, and which is the most important, is the self-cultivation. So this is Yangsen, right? So this is how do you cultivate your qi, how do your health, and your personal character development. So these 5 calls form into Taichokun. We do not train everything in once. You start off from the basics, you move on and to the advanced, and then move on to the forms, and then you do move on to like the changing stuff. So you must have the determination to keep going on and on and on.